Okay, class 7. Welcome everyone. So the next topic from the chapter wind storms and cyclones is destruction caused by cyclones. And in the last video we have already discussed about cyclones, right? So we will cover this topic today in this video, that is destruction caused by cyclones. You see, cyclones can be very destructive and it is the greatest storms on the earth. Okay, cyclones are very destructive. And cyclones can cause widespread destruction and loss of life and also loss of property. Okay, so you see, cyclones can be very destructive and strong winds push water towards the shore even if the storm is hundreds of kilometers away. If the storm is hundreds of kilometers away, then the strong winds of the cyclone can push the water towards the shore, which can cause huge loss of life and which can also cause huge loss of property. Okay, and can cause widespread destruction also. Okay, so these are the first indications of an approaching cyclones. So the water waves produced by the wind are so powerful that a person cannot overcome them. Clear? Water waves of the cyclones are so powerful that a person cannot even overcome them. Okay, which can also lead to the loss of life of that person. Okay, so basically there are two ways by which a cyclones can cause widespread destruction, or the two properties of the cyclones. One of the properties by lifting. The cyclone can lift the sea water several meters high. The cyclones can lift the sea waters several meters high, and the cyclones can produce extremely high speed winds. Okay, the cyclones can lift the sea water several meters high, and the cyclones can produce extremely high speed winds, which can lead to the loss of destruction, which can lead to the widespread destruction, and which can lead to the loss of life and property. Okay, so how the cyclones and what destructions can be caused by the cyclones by lifting the sea water several meters high, we'll see in the next paragraph. That is, you see here, the low pressure in the eye lifts water surface in the center. That means the extremely low pressure in the eye of the cyclone. There is extremely low pressure, right? This is the low pressure region in the eye of the cyclone. The eye of the cyclone has a low air pressure region. Are you getting it? The eye of the cyclone has the low air pressure region. So the extremely low pressure in the eye of the cyclone can lift the water surface of the sea upwards to a height of about, say, 3 to 12 meters. Okay, the low pressure in the eye lifts water surface in the center. Okay, and the rising water may be as high as 3 to 12 meters. Are you getting it? Okay, so the rising sea water, it will appear like a water wall. The rising sea water will appear like a water wall moving towards the shore. Okay, again I am repeating it for you, that you see the eye of the cyclone. The eye of the cyclone has a low air pressure region. This is the low air pressure region. Okay, it has the extremely low air pressure region in the eye of the cyclone, which can lift the water surface of the sea, upwards. It can lift the water surface of the sea upwards to a height of 3 to 12 meters. Clear? Okay, so this rising water appears like a water wall moving towards the shore. So this water wall coming from the sea rushes inland with a deadly force, and it can cause widespread flooding. Widespread flooding, basically in the low-lying coastal areas. Okay, so what is written here, you see, it appears like a water wall moving towards the shore, and as a result the sea water enters the low-lying coastal areas, causing severe loss of life and property. It also reduces the fertility of the soil. Okay, so the fast moving flood The fast moving flood waters brought in by a cyclone can destroy the roads, then it can destroy the railway tracks also, it can wash away vehicles, and then it can damage houses, it can drown people and animals also, okay, and it can damage crops, causing a great loss of life and property. Okay, so the floods caused by a cyclone can also reduce the fertility of the soil in the cyclone hit areas. Why? Because the fertile topsoil is washed away by flood waters brought in by the cyclones. Okay, so these are some of the destruction which can cause by a cyclone by lifting the sea water several meters high. Okay, next one is the destruction caused by cyclone by producing extremely high speed winds. How? You see that continuous heavy rainfall may further worsen the flood situation. If there is a continuous rainfall, then ultimately the flood situation may even rise. So the high speed winds accompanying a cyclone can damage houses, telephones and other communication systems, trees, etc., causing tremendous loss of life and property. So the cyclones bring with them extremely high speed winds which can cause a lot of destruction. So the tremendous force of high speed winds accompanying a cyclone can destroy the trees, then it can destroy the electric poles, it can destroy the telephone poles and vehicles also. Okay, it can damage the houses and it can hurl the people, right, through air, which can causing a great loss of life and property. So the strong winds of cyclones produce powerful water waves in the sea and it can push sea water towards the shore even if the cyclone is hundreds kilometers away. Clear? So these are some of the destruction caused by cyclones, widespread destruction caused by cyclones. Now, a cyclone is known by different names in different parts of the world. For example, a cyclone is called hurricane in the American continent. Okay, in American continent, in the countries of America, basically South America and North America, in the countries of South America and North America, the cyclone is named by what? Hurricane. Okay, and cyclone is named as typhoon. Okay, typhoon in Japan and Philippines. Okay, in Philippines and Japan it is called as typhoon. Clear? Right? Okay, now there is another we can say a natural disaster topic, that is tornado. Okay, tornado. What is a tornado? First of all, see here, there is a picture in the next page given to you in the book. This shows your tornado, this one. Okay, it is a violent storm. And it will appear like say a funnel shaped. Okay, which is rapidly rotating with a rapidly rotating winds. It will appear like a funnel shaped cloud. Okay, it will appear like a funnel shaped cloud that reaches from the sky to the ground. Okay, so a tornado is a violent storm with a column of rapidly rotating winds having the appearance of a dark funnel shaped cloud that reaches from the sky to the ground. Funnel shaped means you know, right? It will appear like this. This is a funnel. Something like an inverted cone. Okay, there is a rotating winds like this, and it will reach from the sky to the ground. Okay, rapidly rotating with rapidly rotating winds. Okay, it will reach from the sky to the ground. It is a very violent storm. Okay, so in our country, that means in India, tornadoes are not very frequent. Tornadoes are frequent in the American continent. Okay, in the countries of America, tornadoes are very frequent. Okay, what is written here? You see, a tornado is a dark funnel shaped cloud that reaches from the sky to the ground. Most of the tornadoes are very weak. Okay, and a violent tornado can travel at speeds of about 300 kilometer per hour. This is the maximum speed of tornado. A violent tornado, the speed of the tornado can reach from about 300 kilometer per hour. Okay, and tornadoes may form within cyclones only. Clear? So the whole coastline of India is vulnerable to cyclones, particularly the east coast. Particularly in the east coast of India, cyclones are very vulnerable. But in the west coast, what is about west coast? The west coast of India is less vulnerable to cyclonic storms, both in terms of intensity and frequency of the cyclones. Basically, in the east coast, cyclones are vulnerable. Okay, very frequent. Cyclones can appear or takes place very frequent in the basically in the east coast, right? That means in this part of the country, in this east coastal regions, here cyclones are vulnerable, okay, frequent. But in the west coast, cyclones are not very vulnerable or not very frequent. Okay, so yes, we have covered some of the destructions caused by cyclones, and we've also covered a small topic, that is tornado. Okay, now in the next video we'll cover this topic, that is effective safety measures during a cyclone. What are the safety measures we have to take during cyclones? Okay, so we will cover this topic in the next video. So yes, that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.